Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. Alright, so this is your second reading of the day and the last reading of the week. Tomorrow we start a brand new week, and there will also be a reading early in the morning as well. I'm not too sure. Maybe, oh, it's a Halloween. I'm going to be doing a Halloween reading, which is like going to be closely linked to November 1st, talking about the thinning of the veil, my favorite time of year, where you can get in contact with your loved ones. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a special one there. Alright, so we have the Five of Swords. This morning we had the Victory card. But it was a special victory. It was a special reading this morning because all the cards I noticed quickly were coming out were all cards of overcoming some great big things. And then Spirit was kind enough to clarify by letting you know why those things were happening and what you were trying to overcome and how that's going to serve a purpose. The Five of Swords in this card is definitely, I do feel definitely this is you, right here. This is you. You are holding, you are victorious, you are holding, you have three swords with you. But you do feel a little bad by leaving certain situations, people, obstacles, or whatever in the background here. Okay, because your head is slightly turned. It's not going to stop you from moving forward, but I definitely feel a sense of loss. And sometimes it's just because it's something that you're familiar with, something that you've, I don't know, always dealt with. This is a brand new pathway for you. This is a brand new way of going. And I feel, there's the Five of Swords, I always tell you, Pisces, I feel it's a card of win or lose for me, depending on which side you are on. And that is also with yourself. Sometimes you're the winner, but you feel like the loser. And in this point is that's the point, is what they're saying. This is the point of it. So that you realize, why do I feel like the loser here? And what am I winning? What am I losing? What am I winning? It's making you look at everything in a very a peculiar and particular way. Okay, so maybe, especially this morning when we were looking at this card, where we were looking at the reading, I do apologize. When you were looking at the readings and seeing all those cards, and by the way, if you want to watch that, they are totally linked together. There were cards of, like, you know, overcoming difficulties. And for some of you, you may perceive it as something of, oh, I survived this, instead of seeing it as a great stepping stone into the direction. So this card totally applies to that. How do you see yourself in these situations? Did you see yourself surviving them? Or do you see yourself as victorious in this? As getting the best kind of tutorial lessons, right? Love. I am wonderful. I receive and give love today and always. Okay. They have been reverberating this message over and over again about love. They want you to act from a space of love. Most definitely. Even when you're releasing things, you have to do it from a space of love. Sometimes things go haywire, a little scary. And you have to think to yourself, I released this in love. I have to believe that there's a point to all of this, right? Open your heart to receive. Love is always on its way. You are more cherished than you can possibly know. And this is really a day of rejoicing. You're a sacred vessel for eternal love to flow through. This is what comes with this card. There's nothing that you need to do to deserve this love. Who you are is enough. Let it flow to you, for you are the beloved just as you are. And I'm hearing them say that even in through the trials, if you sometimes thought, why me? You know, you've had people say, why me, God? Why? Why must I go through this? Because they love you. They're giving you the tools that you need to overcome the stuff you need to overcome to keep going in the direction you need to go with everything. It's like they're arming you. Okay, so it is done out of love. It's not why. It should be, thank you. I will try to overcome. I will do my best to get what I need out of this, okay? I know it's sometimes hard to say those words because you just leave me alone. You feel like, I think I've gotten through enough. I think you've given me enough. I don't know. I'm hearing my mother always say, she was my grandmother, God never sends you more than you can handle. She used to say that all the time, and it's coming through right now. And even though some days it feels like I can't handle this because you're on the floor crying, you're still here. You are still here. You are still angry. You are still sad. You are still fighting. You're doing it. Okay? So, just letting you know. Who you are is enough. Let's repeat that because that's important. Let it flow to you, for you are the beloved just as you are. All of your life experiences are part of a spiritual evolution toward the realization that we are all love. I just said that, but explained it bigger, I guess. God is love, and in your essence, so are you. Okay? In matters of romance, all is healing, or is healed on the inner planes. The inner planes, right? Your beloved is nearby, so be open. Your angel guides, spirit guardians, and allies adore and cherish you always and forever. Affirmation: I am wonderful. I receive and give love today and always. Maybe the perception, Pisces, is just that your trials and tribulations are all meant for you to, it's lessons learning, so to know that somebody cares. Somebody always does care, though, Pisces, regardless of whether you have, strawberry kiss life or, halfway through the gutter. You have somebody here on your side, okay, helping you along with the journey that you chose, okay? Delight. I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. That is the other part. Joy, delighting, children. We've been talking about a lot childlike joy, about seeing the world through the eyes of a child. Sometimes some of us haven't had a childhood, or we don't remember, or it's been too far away. But the best way to do it is to actually observe children and how they do things. Children that are free, like you see in playgrounds, who are, pretending to have sword fights, or pretending that playground is the castle, and somebody's needing help, and all of that stuff. They have no fears, they have no worries, they have nothing. Let yourself be swept into that kind of beautiful energy, and then go ahead and do that for a moment in your day. Practice it daily until it becomes something that is just you. Okay? So delight. Let's see here what they have to say for delight. Clap your hands with joy and let your inner child play. Be silly or play hooky. Take a day off. This isn't a time to buckle down, get to work. This is when you should be madcap and spontaneous, have fun. Your spirit guardians are delighted when you're filled with childlike wonder, joy, and exuberance. When just one person experiences true delight, this joyous energy radiates outward like ripples in a pool, reaching even the farthest shores of humanity. Your pleasure can rejuvenate you and can have a powerful healing effect on others. I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. There you go, Pisces. Divine joy, let it fill you, okay? So, such a hard card that came in with the Five of Swords, with such beautiful cards surrounding it, Pisces. So let's see what the Tarot has to say. Okay, so I'm taking my mini deck. This is one I keep downstairs with me. It's, I forget, it's the Pam something. Let me see. This is off a website. It's not on Amazon. It's Pam's Vintage Tarot, Bridge Size. Yeah. I got this a while back when I started getting into the vintage, like antique looking. All right, Pisces. Yeah. Oh, all right. Three of Wands. I feel you've been on that dock trying to launch that for a while. But it's time to do it. It's time to launch that. Yeah. It's time to take that step forward, Pisces. Grab onto that fire, okay? Even if it's a small step, even if it's a 3, it's not a big deal, okay? You have 3 swords here, you have 3 wands there. You go for it. 3s are good. 3s are powerful. They help you out, okay? It's like that jumping, that trampoline that you're standing and you're getting your height. Okay, take that big jump. It's fun. All right. There you go. There's the 10 of Pentacles. Everything that's going on right now is trying to bring you, how can I say this? It's trying to bring you the wisdom and the abundance that you've been longing for. I think longing for is even, it's sometimes just worse than I wish we would stop hoping and wishing for things and just start at them, you know, going after them instead of always like longing for things to happen. What a terrible waste of time on this planet to long for stuff. The only time it's good if it's rearing us into action in the right now. If you think a thought and went, oh, I really would like that. Well, let's start. There's something. But we stay stuck so long in a longing of riches and abundance that we miss just how much we have around us. We're always off to the races, off to the next thing. Right away, it's like, oh, well, I've accomplished that. Let's move on right away. And we forget just how abundant we are right now. Everything that we've done, everything we've accomplished so far in our lives, in our careers, in our relationships, in our learning, everything that you've learned so far, right? All the healing that you've brought in, okay? It's time to take a rest from that always going after the next thing. It's time to just go, okay, let's take a moment of rest simply to get my brain to stop like going in circles. A lot of swords here. Well, the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. A lot of going to the mind. A lot of, you're pooping yourself out. And I know it's sort of funny, but that's the way I think, you know, like you're thinking so much about things, but you're not thinking about the right things. You're thinking about things of the past that have gone wrong. You think about the things you want in the future, but you spend so little time in the right now and what you have already and what's beautiful and abundant right in front of you. The wonders of the right now. That's what children do. They spend so much in the present. Why do we lose that? Okay. So yeah, you have the Ace of Swords. Again, another swords, but this time it's in reverse. So the clarity is there. You've just got to make it, you've got to put all the pieces together. That's all you need to do. You need to put the pieces together and then move forward. Take the action that's required. What I'm here is I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but if you don't put the pieces together, Pisces, it's just words. They don't mean anything. Action is better. Action shows you exactly what you can do and how you can get there, because you're taking steps forward. It gets you out of the mind. It gets you out of the maybe, could have, should have, possiblies. When you're in the action, you're doing it. It is. It's not what could. It is what is happening right at this moment. And that's really where you need to get at. Okay? And as soon as you do that, victory is instantaneous. In other words, you're moving in your action, you're victorious. Okay? You're almost there. You're almost there. And if you feel like I know something that you don't, I don't. I struggle with this every day. Okay? Just a messenger. Just as human, just like you. Right. Okay. Look at all these swords. This is a sword of ducking the bad stuff. Don't be a slave to your negativity. Don't let your negative mind take over. You know, build a fail-safe, something that you can, when you fall into that trap, that you can like try to circumvent it, do something else, get a happy thought, bring a happy person in, bring a happy guide, tap into a happy angel, anything. And trust me, I know how hard it is. Just having a conversation with my husband, and we tend to talk about the state of the world, and then we get roped into situations that are not even affecting our household. We just take a standpoint of view of seeing how the world, and holy crap, what's going on with, you know, and why can't they see that the balance is off, but it's their journey to have. The world needs to have these growing pains. That's what we're doing, growing pains. And yes, some of it may seem ridiculous to us, but it's theirs to go through. It's not my lesson. My lesson, I understand where I need to be. My husband understands where he needs to be. We understand, for most part, what feels right within us, because then we don't suffer through these things that most people do. So there's sometimes no need to discuss something that is not affecting us directly. If we can do something positive to help the situation, by all means, but to sit there and always constantly say what's wrong with everything around you is only bringing in negative thought. And it's taking away from what you're trying to do in your own life. Okay? You harbor that. You harbor that energy inside yourself. And we do it, and we have to course correct. We have to say, gotta stop doing that. Okay? Gotta stop doing that. Not my circus, not my monkeys, right? But it's, again, this is in reverse. It's to learn to juggle that. It's to learn to recognize it when it comes in. How do I recognize when this comes in? This negative energy. How do I switch it out? Don't worry, Pisces. You will get it. You will get it. It takes practice. And like I said, some kind of, it's almost like I keep hearing a fail-safe. Like when something happens, you build something that you can fall back on to get you back on track. So that would be one of the great things. Okay, I shuffled this, but what I really want is the bottom of the deck, and it's the Four of Rods. The Four of Wands. I don't know why I said the Four of Rods, but the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands coming in, letting you know what? What is it letting you know? Well, that celebration happiness, a sense of joy is a much better energy to be cultivating, to be fostering. That is the fail-safe. That is the fail-safe. Something to fall back on. Okay? Something to fall back on. Okay, so I'm going to take this deck right here. I'm going to take one more card, ask Spirit what they would like to let you know here. Okay. Temperance. In the end, it is finally just trying to find the balance in everything, isn't it? That keeps coming out. I mean, you've seen it already in the readings this week. And it's come out usually at this point of the reading. Trying to find that middle ground is so important. That part where you leave the burdens behind and embrace the joy, the lessons, the wisdom that comes in. Then you know what victory feels like. Because you're not latching on to the negative stuff. You're moving in joy. And it's hopeful in a way that you're thinking that everything that happens is a very... it's a great way of learning what you need to do to rebalance your life. Okay, Pisces? So, childlike joy, fail-safes of happy places, and good feeling energy is always a great thing to have as a fallback position in these trying times, or when you're going through some rough stuff. And also to shut down the negativity of the mind. So don't stop the good work. Like I said, great energies are at play here. Scorpio energy and Jupiter energy. Embrace those. Let them in and let them do their work. You're going to greatly, you're going to expand with that. You're going to benefit from all of that. Greatly benefit from all of that. Alright? So that's it, my beautiful Pisces. That's it for this week. I have to tell you, it was a rough week. Very rough week. I'm really hoping for some higher vibing. Well, not higher vibing. These are lessons. It's just that this is my job, and I know if it would be all videos about, hey, your life is great, your life is great, your life is great, you're great, you're just great all the time, why the heck would you be here, right? You wouldn't be here. I try to keep them as positive as I can and try to get as many answers that maybe you can delve into personally, because these are general. I hope that you're finding your way. My heart really hopes that you are. I hope that you leave every day with questions to ask yourself, to help yourself. And I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings, Pisces. I'm going to let you go with this. I'm going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to have some fun tomorrow. And yeah, take good care. See you later.